They finally admitted Zhao Jinmai and Song Weilong shocking reveal at Guerlain event. The moment we all stopped breathing. Stop everything you are doing right now. Drop the phone. Well, don't drop the phone. You need it for this. But seriously, are you seeing what I'm seeing? If you thought the chemistry in Shine on Me was just good acting, you are about to have your entire world rocked. It is January 2026, and we just witnessed the most explosive, heart-stopping, is this actually happening moment in Z-drama history. We are talking about the Guerlain 2026 New Year Gala. The lights were dim, the champagne was flowing, and the skincare queen herself, Zhao Jinmai, was looking like an absolute ethereal goddess in a custom gold-threaded gown. But then, the doors opened, and who was walking exactly 3 paces behind her, looking at her with eyes that can only be described as pure, unadulterated devotion? Song Weilong. Now, we know they are both ambassadors. We knew they'd both be there, but we did not know they were going to drop a literal nuclear bomb of an announcement that has the entirety of Weibo, Twitter, and TikTok in a total state of emergency. My jaw is still on the floor, and my DMEs are screaming. Was it a slip of the tongue? Was it a planned reveal? Or did Song Weilong just accidentally confirm what we've all been whispering about since the Shine on Me premiere back in December? Buckle up, because today we are breaking down every accidental hand touch, and the specific words that came out of Song Weilong's mouth that have fans convinced that the Linny ship isn't just sailing, it's officially docked in Reality Harbor. The body language that told 1,000 stories. Let's talk about the blue carpet arrival. Usually, at these high fashion events, ambassadors arrive separately. They have their own teams, their own aisles, and their own photo ops. But tonight, Guerlain decided to break the rules. Or maybe, Jinmai and Weilong broke them for them. The paparazzi were already losing their minds because Zhao Jinmai looked like she stepped out of a fairy tale. But look at the 4K footage from the 0:45 mark. Do you see it? When Jinmai's heels slightly caught on the hem of her dress, she didn't even have to look back. Song Weilong's hand was already there. It wasn't just a polite coaster grab. It was a protective I have you forever steadying of her waist. The look, did you guys see the way he looked at her while she was doing her solo interview with Vogue China? He was standing in the wings, supposedly waiting for his turn. But he wasn't looking at the cameras. He wasn't checking his phone. The matching secret, and here is the first Easter egg that caught the eyes of the eagle-eyed fans. Look at Jinmai's left wrist. She's wearing the Guerlain high jewelry bracelet, right? Now, look at the pin on Song Weilong's lapel. It's not just any pin. It's a custom-designed orchid, the exact same motif as her bracelet. In the world of high-fashion styling, matching motifs for non-coupled ambassadors is almost unheard of unless there is a specific romantic narrative being pushed. Is this the brand's way of soft-launching the biggest couple of 2026? The shocking announcement breakdown. What was actually said? Okay, let's get into the meat of it. The stage moment, the announcement that has everyone's notifications exploding. The host asked them about the massive success of Shine on Me. Usually, actors give the standard, "Oh, we're just great friends and we worked hard on the script" response. But Song Weilong, he didn't do that. He took the mic, looked directly at Zhao Jinmai, and said, "I am quoting this word for word, because I've replayed the clip 500 times. Permanent." He used the word permanent. The crowd literally gasped. You can hear it in the raw audio. Zhao Jinmai's face turned 3 shades of pink, and she didn't even try to deny it. She just looked down at her flowers and whispered, "He wasn't supposed to say that yet." Say what yet? My, what wasn't he supposed to say? Are we talking about a permanent brand collaboration? Or are we talking about the permanent that involves a diamond and a yes? The ring sighting. Immediately after that statement, the cameras zoomed in on Jinmai's hands. Now, she was wearing a lot of Guerlain jewelry for the event, but fans noticed a very specific, thin gold band on her middle finger. That was not part of the official brand lookbook for the night. Within 10 minutes, Weibo sleuths found a photo from a private dinner 3 weeks ago where Song Weilong was wearing a matching band on a chain around his neck. The reality, WHY fans are actually crazy. Let's talk about why the titles are saying shocking. Announcement. In the Seant world, an actor as big as Song Weilong acknowledging a permanent connection on a public stage for a luxury brand is practically a marriage proposal. It just doesn't happen. The hidden interaction. There's a leaked clip from the VIP afterparty. It's grainy. It's shaky, but it is everything. You can see them sitting in the corner, away from the main cameras. Song Weilong has his coat draped over her shoulders because the AC was too high. He's leaning in so close, their foreheads are almost touching. He reaches out and brushes a strand of hair behind her ear, and she just leans into his hand. This isn't promotional chemistry, this isn't doing it for the fans. Is to people who forgot the world was watching for 10 seconds. This is the announcement that didn't need words. The accidental coincidence. If you think the Guerlain event was the start of this, you haven't been paying attention to the flight logs. Let's back up to New Year's Day. While most celebrities were posting polished, professional Happy New Year photos from their studios, Zhao Jinmai and Song Weilong went unusually quiet. The background check. Jinmai posted a single photo of a sunset over the ocean. Just a sunset. No caption, just a seashell emoji. Harmless, right? Wrong. 10 minutes later, Song Weilong posted a story of a plate of seafood. But if you zoom in on the reflection of the wine glass, yes, the fans are that dedicated. You can see a girl's silhouette wearing the exact same oversized straw hat that Jinmai was spotted in at the Beijing airport 3 days prior. The location reveal. The deleted Instagram post. The manager's fatal slip. Now, let's talk about the drama that happened during the Guerlain Gala. While the two stars were on stage, Song Weilong's head manager usually never posts personal stuff. A photo to his private Instagram stories. It was a shot from the backstage dressing room. The photo showed a rack of suits, but in the corner of the frame, you could clearly see Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai sitting on a couch. Her head was on his shoulder, and his arm was wrapped tightly around her waist while they both looked at a phone screen. Staff leaks. They forgot the mic was on. I managed to get some tea from a lighting technician who was working the Guerlain event, according to this source, who wants to remain anonymous, for obvious reasons. The shocking announcement on stage was actually a toned-down version of what was happening behind the scenes. Final thoughts on the next step. We are currently waiting for the 2 p.m. press release from Zhao Jinmai's studio. Rumor has it, they are about to drop a personal statement that will either break our hearts or make 2026 the best year ever for C-drama fans. The Guerlain shocker wasn't just about skincare. It was about a brand new chapter for two of the biggest stars in the world.